Hello everyone, my name is Angie and today we're going to be going through a restorative and relaxing session. So just start by making your way to lie flat on your back. Find yourself down to a comfortable position and bring the feet the same distance as the mat. Let the knees just melt in towards one another and then place the hands on your lower belly. Begin to take some nice deep breaths in through the nose, fill up the belly. And out through the nose, feel the belly release away from your hands. Using your hands as a guide to ensure that you're breathing really deeply into the lower rib cage and into the belly. So trying to get as much oxygen into the body as we possibly can. Let your breath slow down. When you're ready, release the hands away from the body. Bringing the feet in together, the soles of the feet are going to come to touch and the knees will come out to the side. Coming into our Supta Baddha Konasana pose. Bringing the hands to either rest on the inner thighs, just so you can really get into that stretch, or resting back on top of the belly to again come into your deep diaphragmatic breathing. Slowing down your breath. Keeping the breath steady and letting everything soften. And then bringing the arms a little away from the body, bringing the knees to come to touch. Extend the right leg all the way down to the bottom of the mat and bring the left knee in towards the chest. Interlocking the hands just under the kneecap, squeezing it in and then taking some big circles, opening up into that left hip flexor and into the hamstrings, and then changing the direction. Try to keep the head and the shoulders relaxed. And then bringing that knee back to center, we extend the left arm out to the side and use the grip of the right hand to draw the knee all the way over to the right side of the body. So our leg is over to the right, but our head is turning the opposite direction in your spinal twist. Staying here, deepening the breath. And then slowly turn the head back to center, bring the knee back in, squeeze that knee in towards your chest. And this time we're squeezing it up and over to the left. So squeezing it towards your left armpit. Just getting into a different part of the leg, getting a little bit deeper into the tissue. And then slowly draw that knee back into center. Release the hands either side of the body and let that left leg drop all the way down towards the ground. And then just shake the legs up and down, releasing any tightness before we come onto the other side. Take an inhale, draw that right knee in towards the chest, wrap the arms and interlock the hands just under the knee and squeeze it in and start to take your circles in one direction. And then moving the other way. Big circles, exaggerating the movement, getting into that right hip flexor, into the right hamstring. And then we keep the left hand where it is, release the right arm out to the side, draw the leg all the way over to the left and turn the head to face over to the right. Close down your eyes if they weren't already and work on drawing both of your shoulders down towards the ground, working on getting that knee as close to the ground as you can. Breathing into the belly and exhaling. Inhale to draw the knee back into center. Squeeze the knee in towards the chest, interlock the fingers just underneath the kneecap. And again, we come up and over to the right this time. So the knee is going in the same direction as your right armpit. And then draw the knee back into center. Squeeze it in one last time. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, release that right leg all the way down towards the ground. Placing the hands on top of the hips and just shaking the legs up and down. Again, releasing any tightness, any gripping. And then slowly draw the knees to point up towards the ceiling. The feet are about hip width apart. We want the feet to be as close in towards your glutes as possible. So placing the hands either side, you can tickle the backs of the heels with your fingers. And then coming into your Setu Bandhasana, your bridge pose, start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Maybe we tuck the shoulders under and interlock the hands underneath, pressing the interlocked fingers into the ground and really pushing the hips up. Breathing in Exhale, stay where you are. Work on drawing the shins to come close towards your face. And then slowly start to release down the way that you came up. One by one, extending the legs down towards the bottom of the ground, coming into our Matsuyasana, our fish pose. Placing the hands underneath the glutes, bringing the feet together, and then tucking the shoulders under again. So we really scoop the hands underneath the body, top of the head places into the ground. We come into a little back bend. Breathing deeply here. It's a nice way to open through all of your chakras. And then slowly releasing. And coming to lie flat on your back. Bring the legs the same distance as the mat, arms out to the side. Turn the head from left to right. And set up for your Shavasana, your corpse pose. Releasing everything in the body. Let everything be still. Let the body grow heavy and sink into the ground underneath you. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling. And start to bring some gentle movement into your fingers, into your toes, circling the wrists, gently swaying from left to right with the legs, and then taking a big stretch, stretching the arms up above the head, stretch all the way from the tips of the fingers down to the tips of the toes. Big stretch, inhale, and exhale, release, let it go. One more time, big stretch. And exhale, release the body down. Start to draw the knees one by one into the chest. Wrap your arms around your knees, give yourself a big hug, squeeze in, and then start to circle the legs outwards. And then move the other way. Getting into any last tension that you might have stored up in the hips. Draw the knees back in together and start circling the ankles. And then we're going to grab hold of our big toes with our first two fingers and our thumb coming on top and swaying from left to right in our happy baby pose. If you can't quite reach your toes, you can hold on to your ankles instead. And then release. Place the hands underneath the crease of the knee and start rolling and rocking all the way from the top of the spine down to the base. And then lie flat on your back, squeeze the knees in and make your way over to the right side of the mat, making a little pillow with the right hand. And slowly finding your way up to seated with the eyes closed if you can. Bringing the hands in prayer position at the center of the chest, bow the head down. Just think of one thing you feel grateful for. Really connecting in with the chest. And then slowly, when you're ready, you can blink the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day.